You're lovers. It's not something I can claim to understand, but you and Mr. White are lovers, aren't you?
Nerds are done. I can take it!
You might be wondering what you just watched. What could these clips have in common? Simple. They include examples of verbal, nonverbal, and both types of communications happening at the same time. From the character's hands moving in exasperation, laughter at the absurdity, inquisitive movement of the pointer, to the lack of care about what just took place. They are all examples of verbal and non-verbal communication getting across different points. The exhaustion of a long hunt turned sour. The delight of how a wrong choice leads to such fun dialogue. The bewilderment of a game failing to apply physics right, to even the apathy felt towards a driver caught in an accident. You may think the idea is being added on top of something, such as these clips, with no actual thought. So I'll show you these. Then take the next clips by hand.
Invite. Oh my god. It's all the same. It's three all the same.
Come on. The fuck? How the fuck did that work? Fuck! In this clip, our player is playing a player versus player match. The enemy team has been defending their flag that they would need to be captured so admirably. So, our man takes a sly approach. In this game, a player can mess around in such matches by playing a character, either playing their names themselves, or taking on interesting roles such as the Hoovie. A Hoovie is a heavy class that goes around being nice to both team and the enemy team. In this clip, the player is using the belief that because he is acting like a Hoovie, that his intent is good, when in reality he is contradicting by his signals. By non-verbally communicating he is friendly, he's opening a chance for his allies to attack. This clip is of our player confronting a difficult task, the backstory of which is that he is holding so much weight of the golden bars, and his character is physically unable to perform such tasks as running, let alone jumping. This moment is at the end of a very demanding adventure, in which he intends to make it through with such bars. We see how he focuses on trying to get up the steps. He stays quiet, moving his characters in such ways to overcome such a challenge, only to succeed, even though he believed it to be impossible. The final clip is of a boss battle, a battle taking place between our player and a very difficult enemy. Boss battles themselves can be very difficult with such impaction, such as being unable to freely leave without killing the boss, having to learn attack patterns and to ration such limited supplies. Though, if fought towards the middle of such games, they can also be seen as a proving ground, points to prove oneself, as well as to validate their abilities. In this clip, the player is fighting a robotic beast that fires flame upon the ground that can and will hurt the player. With attacks that require dodging and interrupting said attacks if possible, the player is again focused, showing signs of nonverbal communication via silence and facial expressions, as well as verbal communication via his yelling and use of foul language to get across both his frustration and rage of a self-inflicted defeat. Such communication is not only in such recordings. The way we contribute to conversations, our pitch, an amount of pause, as well as other ways we both verbally and non-verbally communicate, tend to say more than we had thought possible. With such revelations, it is important to work on both how we communicate, as well as understanding how we project ourselves via both types of communication.